Good evening, Mr. Kes. Long time.
Bros Iwa, long time. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again after a long time. Good
Yeah.
catch up, yeah.
Ah, I was just watching, listening to one of these billionaire speakers on the online, and the guy said one thing that I couldn't, I didn't really understand it. I wanted to disagree with him, but then I look at it that this guy is a billionaire, so he's been there, done it. So for me to start disagreeing with what he's saying, I think I need to hear from another person. Maybe I will be able to understand his perspective. So he was saying something about, how we are taught that the only thing that will make us successful in life is that we need to follow our passion and dreams. And that's the only way we will be able to succeed and be successful. But the guy was saying something different. He said that young people are making a big mistake, that we should forget about this passion and dream thing and go and get a job and find a career. And then if you get a job, then you can come back and invest in your dreams. I was like, what? What's he talking about? Getting a job and then coming back to invest in the dream and passion? I didn't get it. So do you really get where he's coming from?
Yeah, I totally get where he's coming from because first you talked about success. If we define success as it is, definition will be based on a particular goal. Us moving towards our goal is success. So that being said, success is irrelevant of your dreams and your goals. I'm sorry, not your goals, but your dreams. If I have a dream of being a musician, right?
Yeah.
I have many goals. That is just one of them, right? I can be a successful sprinter, I can be a successful engineer, I can be successful whatever, but I might not be a successful singer. But that's my goal. That's my dream, not necessarily my goal. And then to be successful at a particular goal, any goal entirely. Let's say, for instance, you want to be a successful footballer, right? Not everything you will enjoy. I remember when I used to play football. Before you play football, they do stretching, warm up, and all that. I didn't like that, so I want to come late so that I can just play. But then again, I'm the quickest to get injured because I'm not the fittest. You understand? So that might be my dream, but I might not be equipped enough to be able to achieve it. So success, first we have to define what's our goal, right? We have to make our dreams our goal, and then for us to make our dreams our goal, we have to understand what the goal is. If whatever you want to be, you have to understand it. And sometimes it does take time. And in that time, we need to survive. We need to be able to do other things. And we also need to understand how to manage success. Success comes with some form of discipline and everything. But if I'm doing my hobby or as a goal, as my dream, I might not have the discipline to be able to be successful at it. But if I work in a company where I have to learn success, I have to learn discipline, I have to learn drive, I have to wake up in the morning even when I don't like it, because hard work is the basic if you want to be successful at anything. If I have a hobby, then hobbies, man, I do it when I feel like. It just makes me feel good. But then that kind of approach can't really make you successful. Right? So for us to be, if we take success as, maybe getting the kind of money we want, doing what we want.
Yeah, that's exactly what the man was talking about. That's exactly what he was talking about. He's talking about making money. He said that if you want to make money, you need to go get a job. Then invest in that your dream, and then you're able to succeed and make money through your dreams. So I didn't get that.
Yeah. So if we say, being successful, because there are two things here. Being rich is irrelevant of our dreams.
Okay.
They are basic fundamentals of being rich. In any book or any religion or anywhere, the people that are rich are people that have value in the market. If I can give something valuable to people, I will get reward for it, right?
Yeah.
That's the fundamental of being. It doesn't necessarily mean, let's say, let me break it down easy. Let's say my dream is selling rice, but
Okay.
people don't need rice, right?
Mm-hmm.
They might need a very expensive kind of rice that now I can't invest in, right?
Okay.
But now everybody around me needs beans.
Mm.
So I can sell beans for now. And then when I have enough money, then I can invest in the kind of rice that I like to sell because that's the kind of rice I know how to plant. But if I start planting it right now with the land I have, I'm not going to be successful,
Okay.
right? But I'm going to plant beans. I'm not just going to sell the beans. I'm going to understand sales
Mm-hmm.
because then I need sales to sell my own rice when I
Okay.
want to start, right? I will understand how to manage big fields or any kind of field that will be able to produce the capacity of what will make me successful when I start selling the rice I want.
Okay.
Because for you to be successful money wise, you have to learn a lot of skills,
Okay.
not necessarily primary skills, but secondary skills. Because if I'm dealing with a manager, I have to understand what they want from me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not just going to dump informations with them. If not, they'll be frustrated. So I have to understand. So if I have a manager for a small business, at least when I have that rapport, when I grow bigger, first I understand the kind of manager I need. And then I understand what they want from me so that I don't spend too much time dealing with them. I can focus on what I need to do. So learning how to be rich and then applying what we learn to our goals is what he is talking about. Because most times we can't really do what we like and get money straight off.
Mm.
We have to learn discipline. We have to learn how to be driven. We have to learn how to work even when we don't want to, right? So
Mm.
that's what he is talking about, right? Many people sit at home and, for instance, you want to be the best pianist that you can be.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're at home. Yes, you have a piano at home, but you don't know how to get yourself from there. You don't know how to market yourself. You don't know how to do all these things, right? But you can learn that doing another job
Mm.
and apply that to playing piano.
Mm.
Yeah, you can. I like to play piano, but I only play when I like. Life doesn't work that way.
Mm.
I have to like people that want to listen to me at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
So I have to learn how to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning because
Mm-hmm.
my old job, when I work in sales, you have to get out of the house by 4:30.
Mm.
So anytime you want me to play, I am ready to play.
Mm.
Is what I like to do. But I have to learn how to do it when the people that need it want it. So that's what he's talking about because many people nowadays, oh, it's my dream, is what I like to do, but they don't have the discipline, they don't have the drive, they don't have the flexibility, they don't have the understanding, so they don't know how to apply it, and they don't even have the knowledge of what they want. They just go about what they feel is their dream.
The reason why I wanted to disagree with him is because of the things that we've been taught in the past, like that you have to spend time with what you love to do, with your dream, and you have to be able to concentrate on it and enjoy the process. So the people that have talked to us about this dream team, they say that the reason why you will succeed following your dreams is because you will be able to endure the process. It's not going to be easy, but then if you have to leave it and do something else, you will be able to spend that time, because sometimes developing and being successful with our dreams takes a lot of time. And for you to be able to stick to it, the only thing that will make you stick to it is because it's what you love to do, it's your passion. So leaving it and doing something else, wouldn't it make it impossible for you to actually achieve the dream?
No, because if we take examples, for instance, we look at successful people that weren't from successful backgrounds, or even those from successful backgrounds, you will find out that they didn't just start doing their passion straight away, or they didn't do it to the capacity that they were doing it straight away. So they had to grow it. So many times it says the things we do at night will manifest in the future.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
what I'm saying
So
is it's gonna be in that particular dream of yours. That means
yeah, but
if
you
you're
could do
gonna
it
do
to instead.
something else, anything you have to do, whether learning from somebody else, whether going into a different environment, it will be within that industry.
No. Because not all the time. Not all the time. And most time, no way. Because sometimes, like I said, you have to, there are some skills. Let's say I'm an IT guy, of which I am, right? So I go there and I'm thinking the best IT guys are not just IT guys.
Okay.
So you talking about success now, right? If you call the greater, I mean, Bezos is an IT guy. You know, he is an IT guy, right? What's his name? You look at Zuckerberg, you know, Bill Gates. These are IT guys, right? But we can argue that they do more business than they do IT.
But it's the IT that put them on the line.
Yeah, but there are many people that do IT just as much as they do it, but they are not that successful. Bezos was doing some corporate corporate IT before, right? You know, and many others that same. Elon Musk is an engineer, right? But you could argue that he does more business than he does engineering, right? So that's what I mean. Like, if you learn how to be successful, you can apply that easily to your dreams. But when you do your dreams, you might not end up being able to learn the other things that will actually take you to success.
Okay.
You know, we're talking about success now, you know, because everybody that can do engineering stuff is an engineer. The difference with engineers is the capacity to which you can do it, right? So because, for instance, there are many people that take their CVs and there are other people that don't even need a CV. You know, we need this job. They just pick up the phone. I know two people that you can call. And when you call them, they will tell you, I can only do this job in December. You know, while there are other people that go knocking on the company and say, please take me, please take me, please take me. And the company will rather leave that job till December because they want the right person to do it. So the difference between the two people is the understanding of what one has over the other. And when we are doing our dreams, we get lost in actually doing it than learning the
other things that will
principles of
help make us
success.
different.
Yeah. So, and those things we don't necessarily learn inside.
Inside the
because, like I said, like I said, you want to be the best pianist, you know, but you don't know how to wake up early. You know, you don't know how to wake up early. I mean, you don't want to learn how to play in multiple keys. You don't want to play with a the drummer, you know, because you love to play piano. Yes, but if you've worked at Sainsbury's, where you don't choose your boss, you don't choose your team members, you don't choose your time of work, you know, and you manage to end up being great at it because you've dealt with all those things before, then when you apply that to piano, if they say, hey, Emmanuel, we need a pianist that can play around 4:30, there's a radio station that allows pianists to play from 4:30 to 5:30. Can you do it? You say, of course. Of course I can do it. And you won't go there feeling groggy. You know, you won't go there and say, oh, this is, you go there because you've done shifts from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock before. So this is now, you understand what it takes and you're ready to do it. You know, so that's what actually separates, you know, people that are successful from not necessarily what they choose to do. There are many people that are rich, they're not doing their dreams. There are more people, there are more rich, there are more rich people doing other stuff than they are of people doing their dreams. And the question is, why? You know, why? When I was growing up, growing up in Nigeria, you have more intelligent people in boarding houses than you have in day school. And why? Because in boarding house, there is time to read. There is fixed time to read. You cannot choose when to read or not. You can add more time, but you can't take away time. While in day school, if your parents are not there to force you, there's a likeliness that you won't read. So when you see that now, when you are forced to learn, you learn. You are there already in class, you might as well read. But when you have a choice not to do it, especially human beings, we gravitate towards things where we don't have to do it. Even though I like it, but you know what, I'm not feeling like it at the minute. Every Sunday morning, everybody wants to go play football. But if they say, okay, if you want to come play football, go to the gym, you need to do stretch out, you need to do this, you need to do the Tuesdays and Thursdays, no football, just walking out. Many people won't come, right? More people will be sick on Tuesday and Thursday than on Sunday when it's time to play. But everybody loves to play, so that's what he means. We have to understand the principles of getting rich, and then we can apply that to our goals. It's not the other way around. It's not the other way around. Okay. My goal, I want to do it. Not my goal, I have to do it. The bottom line is I do it. I do it. So that's what I think he means. And more likelihood when you're in a structure, it's proving that the structure grows. I mean, I'm working in a successful company. They've already learned how to be successful. It's a successful company. I just need to go there and pick their brains and understand why this company is successful, because I'm a part of it. And then I can apply some of that into my goals. Not the other way.
Not the other way around. Wow, I get what you're saying. Wow, that's interesting. So focusing solely on our dreams might even will likely make us poor. Like we will not be able to, we will have a narrow-minded approach to it.
Yeah.
Like it's good to go out there and get more experience and then come back and invest in our own dreams and make ourselves better.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. The difference between people is not, two of us can read a book. If I decide to do what the book says, I'm more likely to be successful than you that just read the book. So being wise is not the amount of knowledge you have. The amount of knowledge you have is a potential of being wise. So you having a skill or you having a hobby, there's a potential that you could be successful. But understanding how best to apply it will be what will make you really relevant. So that application is if one a circle that we've seen how these applications can actually get the results we want, then we can apply that.
It might even come from a different industry, from different people, from different places.
Absolutely. Being around people that are successful and you see the way they gravitate towards learning things outside what they're actually doing makes you understand why it's important to not just focus on what you are doing. There's primary knowledge and there's secondary knowledge.
That's exactly what the man said. That most of the investors that made him millions, they are in the industry that he doesn't even understand. They are in things that he hated actually, but he invested in them, and those are the things that made him a billionaire. So I was like, wow. But then how do you enjoy your passion then? That's the problem. That's my own worry there, because passion and dream is living. You live it. So how, if you go outside of it to make it successful, how do you enjoy it then? That's my own worry, because our passion and dreams is our life. It's how we live. It should be part of our day-to-day living. So for you to abandon it and go into other industries in order to come back and develop it, are you really living your dreams?
Okay. Yeah. So let's say you like to do interviews, right? That's what you love to do, right? Yeah. When we're growing up, let's pick what we're growing up. If it's my passion, I won't worry about how much I make from it. I just enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Is that not what we're told? I just enjoy doing it. I just, I just enjoy doing it, right? Yeah. So I could say, I'm going to keep some side time every day to interview people, right?
Yeah.
While I make money doing something else. You understand?
Yeah.
Then later, the more people are interviewed, the better I become at interviewing, right? And then later, people might start paying me to interview, and I'll be like, you know what? I'm already a millionaire, so I can't start taking five pounds to interview people. You know, if you want to pay me to do this, you know, But then again, I have to be able to earn that in the level at which I interview people, right? And because I'm having fun, and I know I apply the principles of being rich, you know, and then I can now come and say, okay, you know what? Now I'm making more money interviewing people than I'm actually doing something else. So that substitution can now come in, right? People that play video games, they don't need to read about video games, right? Everybody plays video games, but some people actually make money playing video games. But we, two of us, can be playing video games 4 hours every day, right? Because we all like video games, right? But some people actually make money playing video games, right? Some people don't mind. They come home, they play video games. That's their dream. That's what they like to do. That's what they love, right? So that's what I'm talking about. You know, you still can be an engineer. You don't have to make a car. It's your dream. You come home, you could make today, you make a toy car, tomorrow you make a toy jet, next tomorrow make a drone. It's what you enjoy doing. You're an engineer. You don't have to be Elon Musk. You don't have to be Toyota or Benz, right? Those are, another kind of engineer. I'm still an engineer, right? Oh, Kes, what you do? I'm a programmer. Okay, does not mean I design, I write programs for Facebook. No. I make kids games, right? I enjoy doing it. I'm a programmer, so you don't have to be excellent for you to enjoy your dream.
Okay.
If it's your dream and your passion and is what you like to do, then do it.
The argument they are making is that for you to go to the level that your dream will define your destiny, you have to give you 100%. That's the argument that people are making. But then the man is saying, no, you don't have to give you 100%, that you have to go outside, earn a living, and then come and invest in it. But then the problem is, if you leave the dream and don't give it 100% and go outside and make money to come and invest in the dream, you are not living your dream. You are not living, because your dream and purpose will be your life. So for you to leave it and go outside, make money to come and invest in it, that you are not actually living your dream. That's the argument there.
I challenge that, because, if you look at successful people around the world, yes, there might be some outliers. When I say successful people, I mean like the richest people. There might be one or two outliers, but most of them had to do things that were not
what they love.
Some still do it. Some still do it because they make a lot of money from it, and they're okay with that. Some still do it. So where people go and take those kind of information without actually seeing how it works practically, I was reading the outliers the other day, where it does pick maybe some outliers, but then it still talks about successful people, and the story about the Beatles, where they were struggling, and then somebody called them, I think in Germany or so, oh, can you start playing for us for 10 hours or whatever at night or something throughout the night? And that's what really changed their career, because not necessarily because they were playing at night, but because they now became masters at what they do. Right? So there's sometimes you have to compromise to be able to be better, whatever it is you're doing. The principles of being rich or successful is the same wherever you apply to. Right? You don't say, oh, you can't be. There are some barbers that cut hair for for £5,000 per hair, right? So if I cut two hairs in a day, that's £10,000. If you multiply that by 20 days in a month, that's some crazy money. He's a millionaire. He cuts hair. But then again, there are still people that cut hair for £10. So you got to understand that, and those people that cut hair for £10, they might like cutting hair. But they don't really have the knowledge. They've not understood the fundamentals of what it is to actually be successful. They're just doing it. He's telling you now is for you to be, he's defining success as people, right? For you to be successful, to people that are rich, right? You have to go somewhere and actually learn the principles of being successful. And then you can apply that. And he too is saying, I mean, I understand you when you say, oh, if you're doing too many things at the same time, you're doing two things, one thing will suffer. Yes, one thing will suffer. But if it's something you enjoy doing, it's not gonna suffer. Let's say I'm a teacher, I have to teach. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello? Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah. Let's say I'm a teacher, I have to teach. Yeah, I have to teach. There are courses I have to learn to be able to manage that job. I have to teach. But once it's 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, that teaching time is finished. Then I'm rushing home to play a game with my guys. That's my passion. I'm rushing home to do what I want to do, So now it's not that I have another job. It's I'm going to have fun because that is what I like to do. So it's not like, oh, I'm working two jobs. One is suffering. No, 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 no. One is actually fun, while the other one is a job. But the job, because of hierarchy and the structure and everything, I learn how to apply myself in a successful structure. Then I can build a structure of similar success to my passion.
That would change your life, and then
yes, wow. And then when that is picking up, because it's my passion, it's not necessarily a job. When is now, I'll be like, I can actually do this full time. Right. I listened to one of the guys I always used to listen to was Dangote.
Okay.
I listened to him. The first time I listened to him, I had to change a few things, right? I had to change a few things, because many people like to pick out what benefits or what's sweet in the ear rather than the truth, right? Someone will say, oh, the truth is eating the mango seed, which is hard, right? But many people will be like, yeah, but to get to the seed, you just enjoy you eat the rest. No, 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 no. If you enjoy the rest, you won't have space again for the seed, right? You have to eat the seed first. Then if you have space, you eat the other parts, right? He said, when he was building his business for 12 years, he was working his own business. Dangote is the richest African man. He worked 18 hours, 6 days a week for 12 years in a row.
Wow.
Where do you think you can get that kind of drive and discipline from?
Wow.
Even though he was already making billions. When he talks, he can tell you how much rice they are producing in every city that they are producing. He can tell you how many plants they have. He can tell you how many bags of cement they are making in all their cement factories.
Wow.
So you now start to ask yourself, what exactly is his passion? Is his passion in numbers? Is he in selling? Is he in production? Is he in what? The passion is somewhere, right? But he's now doing other critical things that makes him successful. Although his passion is part of it, but there's a structure there that is success. So he can apply his passion and be successful.
Okay. Wow.
That's what that guy is saying. Many people don't understand that. They just think if you go and do what you like and keep doing it and keep doing it, it's going to happen.
Yeah. I get it.
No.
Okay, you have to learn the principles of being success. Be the success.
I mean, most of the books that talk about success, if I break it down, if I pick the Bible first, it says, he that learns to serve the many will be great. right?
Wow.
If
Yeah.
you go to most of the African homes, there's something about Dangote there. If they might have built the house with Dangote, they might be eating Dangote rice
Yeah.
or some noodles or something, you
Yeah,
know.
it's meeting
If
a
you go to
need.
every house, we're talking now, you're probably using, an Apple, a MacBook, you're probably using a Microsoft operating software.
Yeah.
You probably have an account with Amazon, right? You look outside you might see at least two Teslas outside your house, So now I've called Steve Jobs, I've called Bill Gates, I've called Elon Musk, right? And I've called Jeff Bezos, right? They are living with us because they are relevant to everybody, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why they are successful. So that principle can be applied to anything. I might be doing my passion, but I might not know how to be
Apply those
relevant to people.
principles. Yeah.
Yeah, I might not have the discipline to even learn the other things that will help me apply myself. All I know is what I like to do.
Mm.
Right.
I get it.
So that's what he's talking about, that people get stuck doing what they like to do.
Like to do.
Yeah, but you have to go out there and understand what success actually means before you come back and apply it.
Apply to what you love to do. Wow,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
and for you to be to understand, you have to be living it. That's why we have exams, right? You might read a book and say, I understand it. Then you do the exam and fail. Means you don't understand it, right? So if you want to say, for instance, you want to say, oh, I can be successful, I'm not going to talk to you. I'd rather talk with someone that is successful. You get what I mean? So you doing your dream, yes, you have a potential, right? But I'd rather deal with someone that has results. So if you could get results and you say, okay, you know what? I've passed maths, and this is what it took me to pass maths, right? So if I take that, I might be able to pass physics. I might be able to pass other things that are relevant to math. I might be able to apply how I did that to what I really wanted.
Just going out there and getting the principle. I get it. You just make me understand. Yeah, what exactly you are saying. You need to step out of your dream and go and get the principles that will help you become successful with your dreams. That's very, very simple. That is very, very eye-opening. I didn't look at it that way. Wow, I was thinking,
many young people these days want stuff, and many people mistake fun stuff to your dreams. To your, if you ask someone now, what do you want to do? I want to be a footballer. I want to be, because it's fun. I want to be a musician. I want to be, because it's fun. No, you won't see, back in the day, hello, can you hear me? Back in the day, many people will say, I want to be a doctor because it was the thing that many people will say, oh, you want to be a lawyer because it's the thing that, if we know a lawyer, that means it's successful, right?
Yeah.
But now many people want to be stuff that I don't have to work hard, right? It's fun, right?
Yeah.
It's just fun, yeah. So when you start to listen to them, you'll be like, you don't want to break their hearts and say, hey, man, this doesn't sound like a gift. It doesn't sound like everyone likes to have fun, but you don't want to break their hearts and say, come on, this is just fun, right? So, but most times it's good for you to for them to step out and understand what it takes to be successful, and then they can come back and say, that stuff I was thinking about was just fun. It was just fun, right? I have to actually apply one or two things in that stuff I thought was my dream to actually do something that will make me successful, my own time, my own place, however it is I like to do. So I think the education you get from outside is very important, especially when you're not already successful. Because many people get stuck in one thing and they just think, oh, because I like doing it, that's my passion. Yeah, no, that's not necessarily it. You got to understand what success is, what are the principles of success, how can I be successful, and then you now can apply it. If you think you already know what your goal is, your dream, or whatever your passion is, you can then come out and say, okay, you know what, this my passion can't fit into this. How can I tweak it to fit into it? There are many people like that. Somebody wants to be maybe a rapper or stuff like that. And you kind of say, okay, for you to be a rapper, you have to know some musical things. I mean, you get benefits knowing some musical. You get benefits from being knowledgeable because you have to have something to rap about, right?
Most,
You have to
successful
know how
rappers is the people that tell their life stories.
Yeah.
That one makes them successful.
But then again, but then again, after you tell your life story, when you tell your life story in the first album, aren't you going to release another album? So why are you going to stay? You get what I mean? What are you gonna say? Then people are like, "Oh, but you said that before." We're tired of hearing that. Yeah. So that's why it's good to really go out there when you think and really understand. You be able to separate yourself from like, "Oh, this is fun." That's why you see some people one great album, and you never hear from them again. You never hear from them again, right? So it's not like they don't want to sing, but there's nothing else. The great ones are the ones that can keep doing it, and some other ones that are very good. They'll be like, you know what, singing is not really, maybe like a Dr. Dre, singing is not my thing, but you know what, I can make beats for other people to sing. They can't worry about singing. I will, but I'm still relevant. That's the key thing. I am still relevant. I can eat, sleep, and just sit down in front of and keep mixing for people. That's what I like to do. But that's what's gonna keep me relevant. So I'm gonna tweak what I like a little bit to keep relevant and still enjoy it. So that's what I think when he says, "Hey, if you want to be rich, and then during that process of being rich, you can actually identify what you really like to do." Many people just think, "Oh, this is what I like to do." You have to understand the principles, not just doing it. Not just doing it. You have to understand what will make you successful. Following my dreams and whatnot does not guarantee me being successful. It's how I apply it that will guarantee the success. And that application, I have to go learn somewhere. So I think that's what he actually means. Because if he says it anywhere else, people might misconstrue it. And because many times when you talk to younger people, they don't have patience. They don't have, but you say for you to be actually, there's nobody that has the kind of success that you're talking about that didn't have to branch out at one point or the other to go learn something that actually made a difference. That actually made that difference. There's always a difference, and that doesn't necessarily come from inside. It comes from outside.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
Thank you
for me.
Much. I know that you do something with this topic. Thank you very much. You just opened, I didn't see it from this perspective. I was thinking, what is this man talking about? For me, I have to enjoy my dream and live in it, and that's why it makes me that will eventually. But as you said, it's true. You have to.
Why did you take what? Yeah. Why did you take what he said seriously? Because he's successful.
Yeah, that's why I said, no, I can't agree with this man. I can't agree with this man. He's different about it. But what he's saying, that's it. And you proved it now. Thank you very much for joining me today.
No worries, mate.
I've learned a lot. Thank you very much.